Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing about my trade recap, what I check before I take my trades. Those are my trading ethics. There are so many things you need to keep in check before you take trades, which are your risk management, your trading psychology need to be okay, your trade management, and so many other things. But here are the things I normally check before I take my trades. And I will share with you guys the trades I took and how it ended last week. So I analyzed about 5 pairs and I was able to take only 3. One became invalid and the other one yet to trigger. The first one is AUDJPY. That one became invalid, AUDJPY for hours time frame. Then AUD/USD on the 1 hour time frame. That one is still yet to get triggered. It's still loading. So here's it. Hopefully by Monday or Tuesday it should get triggered. Then US30 also, US30, that's on the 2 hours time frame. I hope it hits my TP, and if it hits my SL, so be it. But with the way I analyze my trades and the way the things I check out before taking my trades, I don't have anything to do with my what's it called, maybe fear during the trade. No, fear doesn't come into my mind while my trade is still running, because I've already made up my mind before entering the trade. So on the NZD CHF2, the trade is still loading very close to the TP. I hope it hit my TP. And Euro USD, which is the last one, that one I've already hit my TP. So guys, here are the things I normally keep in check before taking my trades. The pattern I normally trade is Quasimodo reversal. So you can browse it. If you want to learn it, I can teach you guys for free. Just hit me up on Telegram or my WhatsApp. I can put a video up for you guys to learn about the Quasimodo. But for the Quasimodo, if you want me to teach you this Quasimodo, there are some key things you need to go and learn. The structure, liquidity, go and learn that yourself. Then I can just put you through how to check out for the 3 type of Quasimodo reversal I check for in the market. So guys, let me quickly break down this Euro USD, what I saw before taking this trade and how I was able to hit my TP. Straight up, I went to the daily time frame. Before going to the daily time frame, I was scanning through on my 4 hour, my 2 hour, my 1 hour. I start on a daily basis from my 2 hours. I'll change this trade here to the line charts. Then I'll be looking for the pattern. This is how Quasimodo pattern normally works out for those people that know. This way, it will break the recent high. Break the recent low. That is for the buy setup. Then wait for it to tap in. Then you enter here. They expect it to move to your TP straight up. So this is what for those that are looking for buy. Why for sell? If you are looking for a sell trade, you expect it to move this way up, break it, come here, then expect to tap into this level, then move straight to your level. So that's how Quasimodo works. So without wasting much time, this is what I saw before taking my Euro USD trade. I went on the 2 hour time frame. As you all know, time is fractal. Sometimes I go on 4 hour, 2 hour, even daily sometimes to check for the pattern. But mostly I start from 1 hour upward. I don't go below that. So now on the 1 hour time frame, I was able to sight the structure break. There's a lower high, a lower low was formed. Then break it, the liquidity level. Then start moving up again. Then what I'm expecting is for it to come to this level here, then tap me in, then move. So let me quickly do that analysis. Use of Fibonacci tool. you map out the 50%. You map out the 50%, the 50% on the 1 hour. Then you check out for liquidity. Liquidity is important. Sometimes the liquidity might be inside here, sometimes it might be on the top. It might be on the top, sometimes it might be below. So I've mapped out my liquidity level. So this is the last low here. The trade should not go below this low, and the trade can go above this high. It's not bad. And again, while trading is very, very important for you guys to be patient. While trading is very important for you guys to be patient. So now this was the last low that got broken before this bullish run. So I will map out the last candle here, this last low candle here. I'll map it out. Then I'll check for the highest level there. The highest level of this candle is 115,191, 115,191, 115,191. So normally from this lowest level, I do give the space of like 2 to 3, or let's say 2 to 5 pips away. For you to feel more safer, just give, then this 26 pip, you'll be aiming at 43. Let's say 24, 20 something, then you'll be aiming at times 2 of that, which is, if this 24, that will be 48 you are aiming at. On this my trade, I think my stop was at 14,961, 14,961. Yes, even at 14,952. So guys, but for me now to be able to be confident about this trade, because I do trade prop frame too. I trade prop frame. If you're in Nigeria, you can start with, if you're in Nigeria and you are not that what was it called, financial buoyant, you can start with Naira Trader. I'm not in any way partnership with them. You can start with that. With as low as 9,000 naira or 10,000 naira, you can get a prop frame. You pass your phase 1, phase 2, then you start trading. Or if you are financial buoyant to some extent, you can start with a funded nest or any other prop frame of your choice. You can do research on your own. For me now to be confident about this trade, normally you go on a higher time frame to check the trend. On a daily time frame here, the trend is currently bullish. It's currently bullish. But if you can check, there's a break of this low, which is signaling a bearish trend. So now, if I'm to take a trade here, I'll be looking for more of sell than buy. So I'll come back from the daily now. I've been able to find out that this low has been broken. So we're expecting it to get to the discount level again, then continue to the bullish run. But while waiting for that, we'll still come down to a lower time frame, which is 4-hour time frame here. So on the 4-hour time frame, we'll check out where the level is coming from, where structure is coming from. As you guys can see, break of this level, then a lower high, a lower low, then there's a break of this lower high from this level now, then still break the previous lower low again to continue the bearish run. But while waiting for that, we are waiting for a pullback now. We are waiting for a pullback from this level now into this discount level. What I mean by this pullback, you need to take your Fibonacci tool and plot from this high now to this low. So the 50% is the equilibrium point. That is what I normally call it. That is the equilibrium point. So now I mark this out as the 4-hour time frame EQ point. If you see my charts, you see the 4-hour EQ point. So can do away with this Fibonacci for now. So this is the 4-hour EQ point. What we are expecting is that from this level here, from this level to this level, this is the equilibrium point. And now for us to continue selling, for most buyers in the market, they are not selling from this level. Most of them don't sell from this level. They wait for it to pull above this 50%, then they will start looking for a sell again to continue the bearish run. So now what I did after plotting this Fibonacci and seeing my equilibrium point, since this trade I cited is still at the premium zone, so that gave me confidence that this trade might play out. While trading, take note of this: there's no 100% guarantee that your trade will always continue to hit TP, but you make sure while analyzing you are not biased. You say the truth to yourself. Don't keep anything shady to yourself. So after recognizing this my Quasimodo pattern here, it signaled me to buy. So I tried buying now into this 4-hour discount zone here. So that's why I was able to take this counter trend. We call it counter trending because the general trend is bearish, while I'm buying inside a bearish trend. It's not advisable, but as time goes, if you become more profitable or you are good at your analysis to some extent, you'll be able to scale through and work out with some counter trend trades. So that was how I was able to take this trade, and it works out for me. It only took me about 6 hours for me to take this trade, and it hit my TP. So there are some other ones too I took, which is NZCHF. So the general trade here is still bullish, although this one I followed the trend. I waited for it to come to my discount level. As you guys can see, move here, there's a break of this level, then there's a pullback, there's a break again. So if you should plot your Fibonacci too from this level now to this level, you see we are already below this equilibrium point. This is the 50% here, so we are already below. And again, while trading this Quasimodo, you need to master your pattern very well before you're able to inculcate some other things into it. So that's why I waited for it to come back below this 50% of this level again, and immediately it tapped me in from this, people call it order block, but I don't know, I just trade it. I don't call any kind of fancy name. I just make sure I check in and trade. So immediately, as you guys can see, some we call it sniper entry, I just take this trade and it's moving straight to my TP. Hopefully it hits my TP maybe by Monday or Tuesday. So by next week, I'll give you guys update on how this trade went. Maybe it later hits my TP or it came back to break even. So guys, on the US30 also, I also took a trade here, although this one just got triggered on early hour of Friday. So I'm still expecting it to play out, and it's currently running. On my trades, I normally aim 1 to 2. I can decide to aim 1 to 3, but I noticed that lately any trade I take that is 1 to 2 has high probability of hitting my TP than a trade I take that is 1 to 5 or 1 to 4 or 1 to 3. So stick with what works for you. That's the best way to trade. So out of the 5, 1 has hit my TP, 1 is invalid, 2 other are still running, while the other last one is yet to get triggered. That's the AUD USD. So hopefully I'm still expecting it now to come down to this my level, and take me in to TP. So that's that about my trade recap. If you are new to my YouTube channel, in this YouTube channel I'll be making more of Forex content. So guys, that'll be all for today's video. If you are new to my YouTube channel, ensure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so as to get notified anytime I drop a new video. If you want me to put you through about this strategy, ensure to hit me up on my Telegram and don't forget to comment it down in the comment section. Ensure to like the video and share it with your loved ones. So this is basically how I use Quasimodo strategy to trade.